All right. Hello again, baseball fans. Thought we'd visit an old friend tonight that I haven't played in a while, some Action PC Baseball. So, for those of you who are Action PC Baseball fans, got the announcement today from Dave Cook that it will be out next Tuesday. So, looking forward to that. This is an excellent baseball game. It's one that I've invested a ton of money into, and I don't regret it. It's up there among my top four. Yeah, it's great. The guys who are doing Fields of Dreams League, this is the game that they use. Our initial McGreevy League was done in Action PC Baseball, and we had a lot of fun with that. And there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with the game. For some, the drawback would be, of course, having to buy seasons. But Dave Cook has so many sales, and even a regular price, you're still getting seasons cheaper than for a lot of games that you have to buy seasons. So I don't regret a single penny I've paid on this. Dave Cook is amazing. So last year's launch, as many of you remember, was pretty rocky, to say the least. So excited last year when it came out and installed it ready to rock, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. I submitted a support ticket last year for that, right? And Dave's in Central Time Zone. He was up with me for 2 hours trying to work on it. It was like 1 a.m. my time, midnight his, whatever. And anyhow, I said, hey, Dave, I really appreciate it. I'm sure you'll get a good hot fix out for it. The next day, I wake up next morning, check my email, and what does this guy do? Now, I'd only ordered the basic game because, I pretty much have everything for this game. And, what did he do? He gave me the deluxe version. So I thought, this is amazing. Of course, it worked. Write him an email. Dave, you messed up. Look, how do I pay the extra $40, whatever it was $69.99? He said, enjoy the game. Here's a guy that, right, how many developers could have just said, they would have said, hey, you know what? I mean, we'll work on it. Just look for a patch or whatever. Here is a guy who runs his own company, right? It's a small company, and to spend 2 hours with me, he doesn't know me from Adam, anything like that, right? To use an old term, and to do that. So, I mean, I'm going to be ordering next Tuesday. I'll be ordering this weekend because I still want the discount. It's coming out $44. There's some interesting new updates. Apparently, there's a big update coming to the chalkboard, which would be nice. Some other nice updates that we can go over. There's Samuel Smith. Yep, it's coming out on the 18th. And there's Bernie Strom. Actually, I'm looking forward to it. They're not taking the big jump here and including an announcer. I don't think that's going to happen. I still think it's going to be out of the park baseball that's going to do it. So there's Sean. Well, Sean will figure it out. Anyhow, we'll figure it out, Sean. So some really good. In fact, before we start the game, I do want to go over some of the nice updates. There's also what's got me really psyched. Again, I have all the players, but I love the fact that there's going to be something new this year that's going to come with the game, which is really nice. All right, so here we go. Here are the enhancements before we get into the game. So what's new? Video chalkboard. Dave writes here, our biggest chalkboard upgrade in over 15 years includes more variety and smoother chalkboard action. Also, chalkboard displays are more closely tied to player ratings. That is, base running, arm, range, pitch speed, etc. Really looking forward to that. Welcome in, D. Scott. Let me see the roster screen. So this is nice. This is something that it's one of those things now that I read it, it's like, yeah, I really wanted this. So the roster screen, new display tabs include batter and pitcher manager tabs. So right there, right on the roster screen, right? These new manager tabs display frequently used player manager settings. The pitcher tab includes starting rotation spot, closer setup, and other relief role settings, earned run, pull settings, and more. The batter tab displays position depth, batting slot preference. That's nice. How about it? Pinch hit usage setting, batting restrictions, late inning defense settings, and more. We've also added several useful display items such as manager's emails address, date of a pitcher's next start, a baseball card button, and more. That is really, really, really cool. While I was really, really excited about the, you know, the video, which it needs it, and I'm so glad that's going to happen. That roster screen thing to me is going to be super, super cool, super helpful. And I'm assuming that Steve Tate, haven't seen him in ages. So, but I know that Steve is a beta tester for this. So good on you, Steve. And I'm going to say in advance here, 8 days in advance, thank you again, Dave Cook. Looking excited for another release of Action PC Baseball. Which is of the major digital baseball sims. This is always kind of the first one to come out, always in December. And then you got that little wait, and then you got Digital Diamond, and then Out of the Park later on, of course. All of that. But let's move on here. Baseball cards. So I do like these. I love the baseball cards. Our popular baseball card display is now available via the roster screen. So click the baseball card buttons to view and scroll through all players based on your current roster display. View all your home run hitters, top OPS batters, ERA leaders, or whatever you prefer. So I like that whatever you prefer if that means a sort of customization thing. But I think the baseball cards thing, really, really nice addition. It just gives that old time, takes me back to a kid, when I was a kid looking at baseball cards and everything. So I love it. Game screen. The new game screen lineup design options are available with a variety of color schemes, including a team color option. We've also added an option inning outs display above the play call box. One-click option to switch between short and long play-by-play. I never use the play-by-play unless there's something bizarre looking on the field. I never, ever look at it. And I really don't look at it out of the park. So, but I think for a lot of people, watching the play-by-play and being able to make that choice is really nice. Baseball for Windows is always offered. There's 3 levels of play-by-play length in Baseball for Windows. So new locations, display sizes for pitch speed, pitcher batting, alerts, and more. Love it. DKS ratings and salary value. The Dave Cook Sports overall player rating and salary value formulas have been redesigned. I don't really care about this, but I'm going to read it because I know some people do draft leagues based upon player value. So, and I just want to go through this list. These formulas have been redesigned. Also, WAR stats have been created using real stats, era data. This is pretty exciting. Left-right park adjustments and DKS player ratings, range, arm, base running, etc. Note that the overall rating, salary value, and WAR stats are provided for display and comparison purposes only and are not used in generating play results. And we know that. That's always been a thing, that those ratings are there more for us as a guide, but the ratings themselves don't guide play results. But still, I think this one is a nice quality of life improvement. All right, draft. The computer general manager has been upgraded to build a better roster based on your GM settings. The GM setting has been added for age preference, young, lean young, no preference, etc. Also, display filters and options have been added to the draft screen. So I want to say this, that the draft module in Action PC Baseball is really fun. I've shown how easily and really how intelligently this drafts. So using the baseball history collection, this was, I think, last year. I just wanted to show people how easy it is to set up a draft league in this. I set the draft years 1960 to 69, just created 10 managers. I didn't even do anything as far as the AI managers go and just let it rip. And the teams are so wonderfully balanced. I've done other draft leagues. Of course, our McGreevy leagues were draft leagues. But you can have so much fun with this. And I want to talk about the baseball history collection at the end before we jump into our game, which is going to be an old-timey game tonight, by the way, as if you're shocked, right? Computer manager updates. Pinch hitter and pitch runner selections have been improved, and pitcher pools and usage are more closely tied to player manager settings. This is pretty huge and should be further up on the list. This is really, really big. Definitely this is worth it. Right here. I mean, I'm really liking this. This is, if the video chalkboard gets this huge update that he's talking about, along with these other things, last year I felt was kind of like okay, here's some new stuff. And it seems like every other year Dave adds in something major. So 2 years ago, right, something that I've not seen in any other baseball sim that I can recall, the batter pitcher analysis tool, which is absolutely brilliant. I remember there was an afternoon when Big Clue, Steve Tate, there was a bunch of us, and we were just like looking at rosters and doing stats. We were just a bunch of geeks and stuff. But I'm really liking what I'm reading so far. Internet play, it did not work for the longest time last year. I'm hoping that it's going to be better this year. All right, estimated vintage stats. This is especially interesting for folks like me who play old-timey baseball. So caught stealing and grounded to double play stats are automatically created for players who played before these stats were tracked. Now, I don't know what the math, the formula behind this, but you know, they weren't kept stats. So I know that other baseball sims and this one, they've done a sort of estimate. So hopefully that's going to work out, and see how realistic it's going to be. I mean, considering that you can look at, you know, players after, you know, these stats were kept, you can kind of, I guess, extrapolate backward and according to era. So I like that. Injury system. Okay, so the injury system, I think this is important too, especially if you're playing some cross-era stuff. The injury system has been redesigned with more realistic injury frequencies, duration of injury, and how injuries occur during a game. New injury reports include details such as to when pitching, batting, fielding, diving, wall crashing, etc., and how an injury occurred, how many days will be missed, and return from injury date. Team information report available via the organized and modified team menus. This new report displays all team and manager information, name, email, phone, if you want that. Helpful for league commissioners. So again, if you're doing a McGreevy type thing and stuff like that, I think that's really cool. And then he says, and there's more. So looking at the game packages here, guys. So the deluxe package, which is $49, will come with the complete game, the 2024 baseball season. You get 4 past seasons: 1908, 1935, 1956, 1986. Good picks this year. And the baseball great teams collection, see below. Okay, so pretty cool. The deluxe super package for $70. So this one basically just comes with a bunch more past seasons: 1906, 35, 56, 69, 86, and 2019 through 2023. So if you have the Dosh, this is a great way to get into Action PC baseball, because you're getting a ton to start with. Okay, the basic package does not get you the 2024 season. It's $39, so it's gone up $10 from last year. So this year I'm going, I mean, again, I have everything, so I'm going to be going with the deluxe package, $49. Anyhow, so the baseball great teams collection, this is really nice, comes with a 154 game schedule ready for you to play. It's in 4 divisions of 6 teams each. You get the 1905 Giants, 1906 Cubs, 1909 Pirates, 1911 A's, 1912 Boston Red Sox, and the 1927 New York Yankees. I don't know that I would have put the Yankees there, but that's okay. That's fine. You also get the 1929 Philadelphia A's, the 32 Yankees, the 36 Yankees. This is to be expected, of course. 39 Yankees, 44 Browns, and the 1953 Dodgers, the 54 Indians, 61 Yanks, 68 Tigers, 70 Orioles, the 75 Reds, the 86 Mets, the 98 Braves, the 1998 Yankees, 2001 Mariners, yay, go Mariners, 2007 Boston Red Sox, the 2019 Houston Astros, and the 2022 LA Dodgers. I would make a few changes. I think that, I mean, if again, but you're getting these along with the game, and you know, I think it's kind of cool, but I think that there are other teams. Rather than hitting us with 3 New York Yankee teams, what about putting in the 1932 Chicago Cubs instead? That's what I would do. But again, I own the season, so I can say, I'm going to create a league with this, but I'm going to substitute in the 32 Cubs. Also for the 1930s. So you got the 1936 Yankees, 1939 Yankees. Okay, both great teams. I prefer the 1936 Yankees because Gehrig had a great year, and this is DiMaggio's rookie year. I would take out the 1939 Yankees and put in the 1934 St. Louis Cardinals. And I misread this. He has the 1944 St. Louis Cardinals. I would put in the 1944 St. Louis Browns if I was making this pick. The rest of them, I think, good, but you could take out a couple of these Yankees teams. There were some National League teams that did very well in those years. The 1934 Gas House Gang Cardinals, they're especially fun to play because they're a great mix of dead ball tactics and power ball and incredible pitching by the Dean brothers, and certainly a good pitching staff. So I do question the preponderance of Yankees teams there. But still good stuff. I think what's kind of missing for me, and this will of course make maybe Dwayne Martz happy, but not me necessarily. If you've listened to this list, you will notice there is only one Giants team, and that's 1905. So I would have liked to have seen the 1951 Giants in here. How about the 1962 San Francisco Giants? The 1960s only represented by two teams. Again, good ones, but another Yankee team. What about the 61 Yankees? People are going to like that. 68 Detroit, good one. Of course, you have to have the big red machine. So a good selection of teams, but not great. But there you go. Now, there's another product, though, that I wanted to tell you guys about. And we're going to go to shop. And this one I thought, okay, this has got to be some sort of typo because of the way it reads, right? It says here, baseball's 1001 greatest individual seasons. Well, it doesn't take a genius to know we haven't had 1001 baseball seasons. So I'm like, what do they possibly mean? Well, here we go. It is about players, man. So 1001 players with the best DKS WAR rating for a season. DKS WAR is based upon real stats adjusted by era, left, right, park factors, player ratings, and position. Balanced between position players, starting pitchers, and relief pitchers. Perfect for creating a league. Players may be easily imported into your own leagues, which is cool. This product is projected for release December 31st. And he says here, important note, this collection is included with 2025 baseball game pre-orders. So it's $25 normally, but let's say you just get the basic game, you're getting this product for free if you pre-order. So I'm going to order it. Again, I have the players, but if somebody's already done the work, why not? Why the hell not? So nice little addition. Didn't see this coming out anywhere. So one of the things about Action PC Baseball, where we can compare it, I think, fairly to Out of the Park Baseball, is its complexity. It is a complex program, lots of moving parts. Steve Tate is the guru of Action PC Baseball in our community, hands down. There is nobody that is even going to pretend to even know half of what Steve Tate knows about this program. Taught us also very much in the McGreevy League and then the Shanks League. And of course, he's still doing that in the Fields of Dreams League. But there's a lot. I mean, I'm going to jump out of this for a second. So again, Action PC, and I'm going to be doing hopefully that's what I was going to do last year. If the launch goes well, next Tuesday night, even though I'm pulling a 6-day week next week, next Tuesday night will be a first look. I'm sure Al, Red Sox fan, and other guys are going to beat me to it. But on this channel, there will be a first look. And I hope that some of you will join me if you're not already burnt out on Action PC Baseball. That will be happening probably next Tuesday evening about 10:30 after I make sure everything works and I get everything moved in. But for those of you who the game is easy to just jump in and play, but there are certain things you do have to do no matter what league you're doing. Setting up ballparks is probably the most I like to say positive. It's very zen. Put on some good music when you're when you're doing ballparks in this thing. Bringing in pictures is nice. It's the positions. It's a lot of just play good music. Yeah. But you can see here in a nice UI design that Action PC Baseball's always had, the most used menus are here in red. But it's when you get up here into this menu bar above here, that's when things start getting really, 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 really crazy. I mean, look at all the player reports you can do, for teams, for standings, games, league. And I mean, you get out and you have even sub menus going all the way down here. It's a very, 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 very complex program. Almost, not quite. It's not quite as complex as Out of the Park Baseball because you're not worrying about career play or anything like this. But it does freak out a lot of people. And I can only suggest that you look at Steve Tate's videos. He has done a number of superb tutorials on Action PC Baseball. I've done some, but I mean, Steve goes so deep into this game. It's amazing. So Sean is saying that he hopes the computer manager update is real. Yeah. I think it does. I think it plays a good game. I think right now, I think Out of the Park Baseball manages better. I think you have to make more tweaks in this game. But if they're offering more updates, what I'm hoping, something Out of the Park Baseball has that Action PC doesn't, is I want to get down to the player level in terms of base stealing, stuff like that. You can't do that right now. So I'm hoping that changes because that's something that somebody had asked me. And it's, oh, well, I want to be able to control the frequency at which Lou Brock steals. And you can't do that in Action PC Baseball. You can in Out of the Park. I'm not asking this to be like Out of the Park, nor am I asking Out of the Park to be like this. I would say that in terms of, since we're doing a comparison before we get to the game, there are a lot of things that are easier to do in Action PC Baseball as well, and always have been when working at the player level. So you saw the other night, Mike Garland and I've done a couple tutorials as well on how you're working with text files with Out of the Park Baseball. And so you always, unless you're drafting a bunch of free agents, you want to create your own league. You've already got to have those team abbreviations in. You've got to use baseball reference IDs, yada, yada, yada. With Action PC, you don't have to. So working at the player level, this is easier. Working at the team level, they are, pardon me, they're the same as far as ease of use. But I said I wanted to touch on the baseball history collection. And in fact, what we're going to be doing tonight is a subset of the baseball history collection. And Dave Cook, I do wish you knew my channel because it's something I've been asking for a long time. So every year when he updates the baseball history collection, there have been these really, really cool subsets. And this one came out, I believe this was the 2017 edition of the baseball history collection. And so what they did was they took the best players by decade. There are no doppelgangers in here. So the best of the 19th century, best of 1900 to 1909, 1910 to 1919, so forth, and put them in a league. And it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And certainly if you have the baseball history collection, and you should get it. If you don't want to buy the seasons, you buy the baseball history collections, every retired player in baseball history, and the sky's the limit with what you can do with it. It's so much fun, especially if you're a what if player. No, you can't do season replays with it, obviously, but there's so much you can do. And you should try it out, and especially use the draft module with the baseball history collection and add in alternate history mode, and you've got just crazy baseball going on. So next Tuesday, the 18th, pre-order, I think, is $44 for the deluxe game. And again, remember, you're getting a $25 1001 greatest individual seasons. So 1001 players, that's going to give you a nice little 16-team league there that you can do of the best seasons of all time. You want to push some titans up against one another. It's a good deal. The game is so much fun. All right. Disclaimer, I am not a shill. I have nothing to do financially at all with Action PC Baseball, but I'm also going to I'm going to praise a great game when it comes out. All right, so on to it. Here's what we have on the slate for tonight playing. We could play the 1920s decades versus the 1910s. That'd be Stan Kowaleski versus Ed Walsh. We're not going to do this one, but it could be a nice game. We could do 1990 versus 1980. This would be Greg Maddux versus Steve Rogers. The one we're probably going to do is 19th century versus the 1900s. That's going to be Pud Galvin versus Jack Cheeseborough. Jack Cheeseborough, the bane of many in the Fields of Dreams League. We have the 2000s versus the 1960s. John Smoltz against Don Drysdale. Could be a hell of a game there. And boy, we got to change up some of the colors here. Anyhow, or 1940s versus 1930s. Bob Feller versus Carl Hubble. So that's what we got going. I'll let the chat pick the game. If you don't, we're going to go way back in time, and we're going to see Hannes Wagner. We're going to see Michael King Kelly, whatever. But if you guys want to see something newer or whatever, let me know. I'll just talk here for a few minutes until somebody decides. So this game for me is a no-brainer. Every year, it's a no-brainer purchase. Ever since I saw our Red Sox fan play it when I was back home in Europe, I'm like, what is this game? Because my thing was like, I have Action PC Baseball or Out of the Park Baseball. I've got all these other baseball games. Why would I want to play this? And I'm watching it more and more, and I like the look and all that kind of stuff. And the more I'm like, okay, this is a game that even though I've got to buy the seasons, I'm doing it. And it was, man. It was like just every month I couldn't wait. Just buy more seasons, buy more seasons, buy more seasons. And unlike MV, who did the smart thing and just bought the Baseball Complete collection, which was just recently on sale, but that's over now. I've invested 4 figures into this game, about the price of a good PC, and I don't regret it. Okay. So Sean, so we got oh, look at this. Arnold Hunter joining us. All right, great. So now we have 3 different votes. So Bernie is voting for the 1910s versus the 1920s. Sean is voting for the 19th century versus 1900s. And Arnold is saying the 1950s versus the 1970s. So 50s and 70s already played that one, Arnold. And the 1950s walloped the living crap out of the 1970s, 10-2. Look at that box score here for you guys really, really quickly. I played this one last night. I had to restart this league. It was actually by accident. I reinstalled it, not realizing it was already installed. So Jackie Jensen for the 1950s team. Jackie Jensen went 2 for 5 with a home run and a stolen base. Ernie Banks 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 runs batted in. Yogi Berra went 2 for 4, 2 RBI. Robin Roberts gets the win. Fergie Jenkins took the loss. The line for 1950 was 10, 11, and 0. For the 1970 guys, 2, 5, and 3. And Bernie, you and I got to figure out a method of communication. I want to get our World Series going. It's not your fault. It's mine. So Banks and Jensen went yard. Pitching, Fergie Jenkins only went 3 innings. I mean, he got lit up, guys. 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks, only 2 strikeouts. So an ERA, a rather bloated 12 to start the season. Goose Gossage came in, worked 2 innings, gave up a hit, 2 runs, both earned, a home run, walked 1, struck out 2. So then Raleigh Fingers came in and basically just mopped up. Worked 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, also gave up a home run, walked 4, struck out 2. So it was a bad night for the 1970s. Robin Roberts went 8 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, 7 strikeouts. So begins this decade league with a 2.25 earned run average. Then Consegra came in, worked an inning, and there you go. And I haven't forgot about 1893, guys. I just felt like doing some Action PC tonight. It's a bit of a slower game to call. So, all right. Hey, Dan Burke, my favorite Irishman, is here. Dwayne, you're the deciding vote. I'm just, you can see up here on the screen. Dwayne, hope you're doing well. We're going to be looking forward in March to Dwayne doing a first look at the, I am really excited about the next edition of Digital Diamond Baseball. You'll probably see that a lot more on this channel. And Dwayne, thank you. I got your email. You are the man, brother. Thank you so much. Dwayne, right now I'm asking these guys what game would they like to see here in this Decades League. And so far we got one vote for the 1910s versus the 1920s, one for the 19th century versus the 1900s. Dwayne, pick one of those, or I don't know, man. Just because I don't know, it's just fun to do some Action PC baseball. So there we go. I know I'm pretty stoked for next Tuesday night. I always get excited, man. It's like yeah. New Action PC baseball. So more fun. And that 1001 individual seasons, my head is already going like parsecs all over the universe. Okay, what can I do with this new set? And considering for the pre-order, you get it at $25. And again, think of the research, guys, that you would have to do to find the 1001 best player performances, right? And put them into a database or whatever. So I'll take it. All right. So Dwayne is voting for 2000 versus 1960. So we have no double up votes here. Damn. You guys are tough. Well, I don't see Cousin Ken Castro here, so I guess we'll do, pardon me, because I owe Dwayne a big one here. I guess we'll go with 2000 versus 1960. Why the hell not? May need some of your help with these 2000s players. I know some of them. John Smoltz versus Don Drysdale, and I think we're going to manage so-called the 1960 decade. So let's go. I don't even think I have the ballpark set up for that. No, I don't have the ballpark set up. Well, who cares? We'll just keep playing at a league park, and I'm fine with it. All right. Let's just go ahead. We're going to do computer lineup for everything. Yes, over the limit. Go ahead. Computer lineup. All right, here we go. Let's just play. Let's have fun. Okay. I just, it's not the whole national anthem. All right, here we go. Looking at the starting defense here for the 1960 squad. In left, the great Billy Williams. In center, Vada Pinson. In right, Roberto Clemente. From first to third around the hole first, we got the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. At second, Bill Mazeroski. At short, Jim Fregosi. At third base, Brooks Robinson. Catching tonight will be Bill Freehand. And on the mound, Don Drysdale, who said would bean his own grandmother. Leading off here for the 2000s players will be Derek Jeter. So here we go, playing at Old League Park in Cleveland because I didn't set up the ballparks yet. All right, here we go. First pitch swinging, fly ball, shallow center. Vada Pinson camps under it and makes the play for out number one. All right, here's Jason Kendall now, former Pittsburgh Pirate catcher. Kendall steps in right-hand side. Drysdale winds and deals the 0-2 pitch, and this one into very shallow center. And Clemente, full body extension, making the play. The first of many great plays by the great one. All right, so quickly, 2 down here in the top of the first inning, and it brings up Todd Helton. Helton, first baseman. Helton, Hall of Famer now, right? Lefty. Helton swings first pitch. Maz to Cepeda on the 4-3, and they go in order. We go to the bottom of the first. The 2000 decade, nothing, and the 1960s come to bat. Don said, why not hit him and save 3 pitches? How about it, Dwayne? All right, here we go. Vada Pinson will lead things off, but first, the starting defense here for the 2000 squad. In left field, by the way, I'm going to say it right now. The Juan Soto thing absolutely makes me sick. $745 million and no deferred payment either. So Shohei must be saying, what the hell's going on? I'm sorry, but I remember Barry Bonds once saying, well, we have to get this much money because we can't work till 65 or 70 like most people. Hey, sorry, Jughead, but guess what? All of us that work until that age are never going to make, 9 figures. So bite me. I can't believe $745 million. That's insane. Anyhow, Luis Gonzalez in left. Andrew Jones in center, and right, Vladimir Guerrero from first to third. We got Todd Helton at first, Alfonso Soriano at second, Derek Jeter at short, Scott Rowland at third. Catching will be Jason Kendall, and on the mound will be John Smoltz. Yeah. So, is it Veda? Because I've heard Veda. Since D. Scott says it's Veda Pinson, we'll go with that. All right, and Veda Pinson leads it off. Lefty center fielder John Smoltz deals 1-2 pitch to Pinson, and this one line to right field, but easily taken in there by Vladimir Guerrero. So one away. Here comes the shortstop now, Jim Fregosi. Fregosi batting in the number 2 slot. Smoltz kicks and fires 1-1 pitch. Easy ground ball to second. And there we go. So that's Soriano to Helton. 2 up, 2 down for the Baby Bull. All right. Smoltz studies the hitter. Lets it go. 0-1 pitch. And this one well hit to center field. But that will be the end of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the second. No score. And I cannot change these team colors. It's hard to see. All right. Luis Gonzalez due up. Vladimir Guerrero and Alfonso Soriano. Don Drysdale ready to deal. 1-2 pitch. Grounder back to the mound. And Drysdale off the bump to his right and fires on to Orlando Cepeda for the 1-3 putout. So one away now for Vladimir Guerrero, the other big cat, the second big cat, if you will, after Johnny Mize. 1-2 pitch on the way. Slow dribbler down to first. Cepeda feeds it to Drysdale, and that will be out number 2. So the big cat will go back and sit down. And here's Alfonso Soriano, keystone man for this 2000 squad. Soriano swings, fly ball, Veda Pinson back on it, and makes the catch. So just a lot of zeros as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Billy Williams, Roberto Clemente, and Brooks Robinson due up for the 1960s decade. So I hope it's okay for with Dave. For those of you that can show me that if you do have the baseball history collection, I can make this available. I'm hoping that's okay with Dave. Trust you guys. Hopefully he will just release it again. I don't know why he doesn't. I think it's fantastic. All right, Smoltz to Billy Williams, and Billy Williams draws the walk. So Williams aboard. Let's take a look here. Billy. So Billy, still we'll see what the manager decides to do. Don't think it's going to take the bat out of Roberto Clemente's hands. Here we go. 0-2 pitch. And this one is going to get by Jason Kendall, and they're going to score that one, a pass ball, and Billy Williams is now in scoring position here in the bottom of the second. Clemente back in the box. The 1-2 pitch. Clemente swings this one rock to left, but not enough. Billy Williams is going to tag. Here's the throw to third. Off-balance throw, and Billy Williams is going to come in to score. That's an E7 on Luis Gonzalez. Wow. So a little gift here by the 2000 squad. And Billy Williams scores the first run. All right, one away now, and here's Brooks Robinson. By the way, pocket pennant run players, just to let you know, the update is out. The 2024 rosters are now available. All you have to do is update the game. The 2024 season, I should say, is there. Plus, for those of you who might play some Japanese baseball, some other things are there. Lastly, before we continue here, Craig Harris, I guess, is going to be coming out pretty soon with a hot fix for there's a weird thing that comes up in the game that says right fielder is chasing the ball into the gap or left fielder, whatever, choose a hit. But it doesn't give you any guidance. So apparently that was from what I'm hearing from one of the beta testers, from Paul, is that was a feature that was implemented fairly late in this newest update, but wasn't fully tested. So look out for that. So what I've been doing in my own house rules, when I see that up, I just click it off and just roll the dice again. That's because there's nothing, and you could use some common sense. Okay, this guy's got decent speed, hit to the gap and right, probably a double, but I don't want to make those kinds of judgment calls. So hang out for that. Pass ball error, no hit, and score a run must be a dead ball game, right? I know. And we got a mirror image going on if you look at the line score up there, guys. All right, here's Brooks Robinson, in my estimation, one of the greatest third basemen of all time. John Smoltz deals the 1-2 pitch. Robinson pops this back of the plate, and Jason Kendall is going to run out of room. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Brooksy. Robinson, this is going to be third baseman to third baseman. Wait a minute. No, Robinson with good speed and a bad throw by Scott Rowland. So the errors, E5 this time, errors on the left side of this diamond, allow Brooks Robinson to get on board. Now, the last time an error happened in this inning on Luis Gonzalez, right, allowed Billy Williams to score 1 away for Bill Freehand, and you don't want to let up on Bill Freehand. Remember that great 1968 Tigers team? Brooksy at first, Robinson not necessarily known as a stolen base merchant. All right, here we go. Smoltz deals the 0-1 pitch. Freehand scorches this one up the middle. Brooks Robinson will round second and hold. So 2-on for the 1960s, and here comes Bill Mazeroski. Mazeroski digs in. Smoltz uncorks it. 2-1 pitch. Maz fouls this in the third base side. This one will make the stands. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mazeroski swings. Roller up the first base line. Helton is going to go to Jeter, but there will not be a relay. So Mazeroski on for the fielder's choice, and here comes Don Drysdale now. Vada Pinson hoping to get back up here. Not really a bunt situation here. Long fly ball by Drysdale, but not enough. So that will do it. They threaten. They do get a run. We go to the top of the third inning. So that run, of course, unearned. And it is 1-0, 1960. So Scott Rowland will lead things off here, followed by Andrew Jones and then John Smoltz. No DH in this league. All right. Oh, my God. I wish there was a way I could change these team colors because I can't see this sort of peach on gray. Ah, well, that's all right. It's all about fun. Drysdale kicks and fires. Full count. Rowland pops this one on the left side of the diamond. Fregosi and Robinson converging. Brooks Robinson calling off Jim Fregosi, and that will be out number 1. All right, here comes Andrew Jones, center fielder. Drysdale deals 0-2 pitch, and this one called strike 3. Andrew Jones absolutely frozen by that Don Drysdale fastball. So 2 up, 2 down now, and John Smoltz comes to the plate. 1-2 pitch, and Smoltz lines this one to right, and right to Roberto Clemente, and that does it. They go in order. We go to the bottom of the third inning, and it's 1961 and 2000, nothing. This is the Decade League, a 2017 subset of the Baseball History Collection. All right, here's Vada Pinson now. We're back at the top of the order. Then Jim Fregosi and the Baby Bull, Orlando Cepeda, will be at the top of the order for the 2000 decade. We hit the 4th with Derek Jeter, Jason Kendall, and Todd Helton. All right, here we go. Smoltz deals 0-1 pitch. Pinson grounder back to the mound and fires on to Todd Helton for the 1-3 putout. All right, we got us the makings of a pitcher's duel here, baseball fans. There's just been 1 hit in this game. All right, Fregosi 0 for 1. He grounded to second back in the first. Smoltz deals. Fregosi on the 1-1 pitch. This one high, this one deep to left. But Luis Gonzalez will reel it in for out number 2. In the top where the options are is it won't let you make changes. I don't think so. I don't think you can make changes, but we'll try it. Let's try. If we can, that would be nice. God, I have no idea. I don't know. Player displays, video and sound, play by play, park image. Yeah, I can change the park image to whatever I want. Box reports. What about miscellaneous? Nope. Can't change team colors. That sucks. Unless I'm totally missing something. Because I sincerely cannot see that very well. So I don't think so. And the top row options is, yeah, it won't let you make changes. No, can't do it. Can't do it. I've seen Bernie like put in player pictures and stuff like that in this, but I don't know, man. I think that's just whatever. We just have to live with it. Just have to live with it. All right. Baby Bull is nothing for one. Smoltz deals 2-0 pitch. Cepeda base hit right up the middle over the head of Soriano into center field. So Cepeda aboard with 2 down, and here's Billy Williams, who walked back in the second. Here's the pitch to the lefty Williams, and this one high inside for ball 1. Let's look at Cepeda over here in terms of any sort of speed. So in this league, or in this file, the Baby Bull with 12 stolen bases. Smoltz deals to Billy Williams. 1-0 pitch. There goes Cepeda, the throw down, and the pitch out. Nothing doing. Cepeda gets a good jump. So with 2 outs, 1960 bringing some old-timey baseball here, and the Baby Bull now in scoring position. So the 1960s trying to add a little padding here in the bottom of the third. Here is the 2-0 to Billy Williams. Billy Williams laces this to right base hit. Cepeda rounds third, and he will score easily. Got a little light rain falling here at the ballpark. Roberto Clemente, last time up for him. That was that error on Luis Gonzalez that ended up scoring Billy Williams, who is perched first base right now. John Smoltz deals to the great one. There goes Billy Williams. Throw down, and Billy Williams is caught to get the tag down. That ends the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. And we've played 3 here. The 1960 decade, 2. The 2000 decade, nothing. Don Drysdale will face Derek Jeter, Jason Kendall, and Todd Helton. Oh, no. Please don't apologize, Dwayne. I believe me, that's why I'm not calling a lot of these defensive plays. Because I can't see, man. This is like, blah. It's terrible to see. So I got to fix that. All right. Don Drysdale ready to deal to Jeter now. Jeter fly to shallow center back in the first. Shallow left center. 1-2 pitch. And swing and a miss. Another fastball there by Don Drysdale. Hang up a K for him. Number 2. 1 down. Here's former Bucco catcher Jason Kendall. He flied to shallow right last time to Roberto Clemente. Pirate to Pirate. First pitch swinging, lazy fly ball to Vada Pinson, backpedals on it, and makes a tumbling catch, actually. So Mitch judged that one a little bit, pulled it down. So Vada Pinson, fantastic center fielder. I'm of the, I think probably the minority. I believe that Vada Pinson should be in the Hall of Fame. And I hope he makes it. All right, here's Todd Helton now. Todd Helton grounded out to Bill Mazeroski last time up. Full count, fly ball. It's the Vada Pinson show out there in center. Routine fly ball. That will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the fourth here. And we are curiously playing. So this is set up as the neutral park. That's why everything is League Park in Cleveland right now. All right, Roberto Clemente, Brooks Robinson, and Bill Freehan do up the number 5, 6, 7 hitters for these 1960 players. Smoltz deals 1-1 pitch. Clemente, hard hit ball, straight up the middle, past Soriano and into center field. Clemente aboard. So Clemente, not known as a base stealer, but once Clemente could get started on the base paths, he could motor, hence the higher speed rating here. All right, here's Brooks now. Brooks is nothing for 1. Was safe on an error last time. There goes Clemente. Just as I say, he's not a speed merchant. He steals. So there we go. Clemente with a stolen base. It's kind of cool to see the 1960s playing some more aggressive base path baseball. All right, so another one in scoring position. And the 1960s have been able to get runners home when they have him in scoring position. All right, back in the box now is Brooke Robinson. 0-1 pitch. This one grounded to short. Jeter up with it. Looks Clemente back to first and retires Robinson 6-3. Excellent play there by Derek Jeter. Basically kind of doing the bare hand stop throwing as he's going down and hitting the dirt, taking one for the team. So one away. Bill Freehan, who singled back in the second, now strides to the plate. In the box, the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball to right and back on it and making the catch in the throw to third. Oh, a great outfield assist. A great outfield assist there by Vladimir Guerrero to nail Clemente to end the inning. How about that? All right, we go to the top of the fifth. As I'm channeling my inner Mel Allen, the score remains 2-0 in favor of the 1960 squad. Luis Gonzalez due up, followed by Vladimir Guerrero and Alfonso Soriano. So Gonzalez grounded to the pitcher back in the second, his last time up. Drysdale ready to deal. First pitch swinging. This one, easy grounder, textbook 4-3 put out. Maz to Cepeda to retire Gonzalez for out number one. Here's Vlad Guerrero. Grounded to first back in the second. Drysdale deals 0-2 pitch. Swing! No, this one catching the edge. Third strikeout for Don Drysdale. Drysdale having a good time. Drysdale at 56 pitches now in the top of the fifth, for those of you that care about. And here we go. Cousin Ken Castro is in. He says, let's go 1960s. Cousin, I haven't forgotten about 1893. I was just in an action PC mood tonight since the new edition comes out next Tuesday night. All right, here's Alfonso Soriano now. Fly to deep left center. 1960s leading the 2000s 2-0. Don Drysdale uncorks it. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And you can see there on the screen what it told you. And that's all I'm going to say. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. The 1960s to the 2000 decade players. Nada. As Cousin Ken saying hi to everybody. All right, here we go. John Smoltz will face Bill Mazeroski, Don Drysdale, and Veda Pinson. So the number 8-9-1 hitters due up. Smoltz with the rosin bag now ready to go as Mazeroski in the box. A little wave of the bat. Smoltz deals the 0-2 pitch. Mazeroski, easy fly ball out to right field. Guerrero camps under it and makes the catch. Out number one. Here's Don Drysdale, and the manager of this 1960s squad doesn't give a squat what Drysdale does with the bat right now. 0-for-1. Drysdale flew out to deep left center last time up. 1-2 pitch, and John Smoltz records his first strikeout in the bottom of the fifth. So quickly 2 down now. We're back at the top of the order, and Veda Pinson. Pinson lined to right and grounded to the pitcher. John Smoltz rubs up the ball, ready to deal. 2-1 pitch. Pinson taken on the high hop by Jeter. Jeter throws to first, and they get Pinson by a half step. That will end the inning. We go to the sixth, and hell of a ball game here. It is 2-0. Scott Rowland, Andrew Jones, and John Smoltz. So this 2000s decade, despite having no runs, pretty good lineup when you consider that you've got Andrew Jones batting in the 8th slot. Not too shabby. All right, here's Scott Rowland now. So Rowland popped to third back in the third. Drysdale doing his job. We'll put it that way. 1-2 pitch. And that is strikeout number 5, curveball. And that was more of a lunging kind of thing by Scott Rowland than a swing. So 1 out, 5th strikeout for Don Drysdale, and it brings up Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones in this game struck out back in the third. Drysdale with the 0-1 pitch. Jones sends this out to left. Williams back on his horse, makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. And it brings up John Smoltz now, pitcher versus pitcher. Smoltz line to right, back in the third. Drysdale ready to work. Look of determination on his face. Here's the pitch, the 1-0. And this one grounded deep to third. And Brooks Robinson with the error score that E5. Ouch. So a base runner, the first base runner now aboard is John Smoltz, thanks to the Brooks Robinson error. Back at the top of the order now, and Derek Jeter. So first error committed by the 1960 squad. Drysdale ready to work. 3-0 pitch, and the perfect game is now over as a walk is issued to Derek Jeter. So 2 away. Drysdale maybe losing his edge a little bit, kind of stomps off the mound a little bit, flings the rosin bag down, and trudges back up the mound. And Jason Kendall showing no signs of being intimidated by the great Don Drysdale. In the box, 2 down, top of the 6th. Drysdale from the set position, the 1-1 pitch. Kendall swings, ground ball to third. Robinson up with it onto Cepeda, and that will retire the side. So the perfect game is gone, but now you see something else going on anyhow. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it will be Jim Fregosi, the Baby Bull, and Billy Williams. Fregosi in this game is grounded out and flown out. Smoltz deals 0-1 pitch. Fregosi sends this one high and deep to left, and I mean deep to left. And Jim Fregosi goes yard here and adds to this 1960s. And don't pay attention to this because this is just set as a neutral park. Because believe me, that was way more than 324 feet. But anyhow, 3-0. Jim Fregosi takes John Smoltz downtown, baby. Little Zephyr here. Light rain continuing to fall in Cleveland's old league park as the Baby Bull steps in. Back in the 3rd, he's singled. 3-0 your score, baseball fans. Smoltz ready to work. 3-1 pitch, and Cepeda gets good contact on that one. Hard line drive out to left field. So nobody out, 1 on, and Billy Williams 1 for 1. RBI single that scored the Baby Bull back in the 3rd. He walked in the 1st. So Ken says, whenever I think of Drysdale, I can't help but remember his appearance at Beverly Hillbillies. I heard about that. Unbelievable. First base runner, an error by the human vacuum cleaner. How about it? And Ken says, all-star cast here tonight. Yeah, got some great folks here. Hey, look at this guy. Speaking of legends, here he is, Legend Sports Universe. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I have not been keeping up with anybody. Been so busy, Legends, with the everything else, magic and work and stuff like that. Hope all is well. I'm guessing Legend Sports Baseball will be happening again soon. Guys, good to see Legends, man. Been a while, been a minute. All right, here's Billy Williams now back in the box. Throw over. Cepeda is picked off. Cepeda picked off by John Smoltz. So I'll tell you what, right now, the 2000 decade, they're going to take anything they can get. All right, Billy Williams back in the box now. The 0-2 pitch, Billy Williams, this one in just below the belt. John Smoltz picks up his 2nd strikeout here in the bottom of the 6th. All right, here's Roberto Clemente. He's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And again, it was that error out there, Luis Gonzalez, that allowed Billy Williams to score at the first run for the 1960 squad. All right. I am well. Thank you very much, Legends. I appreciate you asking. We do got a great crowd in here tonight. Thanks, guys. All right, John Smoltz ready to deal to the great one. The 0-1 pitch. Clemente, hard grounder back to Smoltz. Smoltz got a field quickly and gets Clemente by a step. So 1 run on 2 hits, that big Fregosi home run. There were no errors. We've played 6 here at Old League Park in Cleveland, Ohio. It's the 1960s decade 3 and the 2000 decade 1. So really, in this game, this is just acting as largely a backdrop. Neutral park factors, haven't set up anything. This is more for fun. All right, we got the number 3, 4, 5 hitters. We've got Helton, Gonzalez, and Guerrero. Due up. Don Drysdale, all you need to do is look up there at the line score, and you can see what's going on. All right, Helton has grounded out and flown out in this game. Drysdale ready to rock, 76 pitches, and he's ready to go. 0-2 pitch. And how about we say this one, a changeup inside. So Don Drysdale been mixing up tonight, living a bit on that fastball that pulls the string that time on Todd Helton and picks up K number 6. So one away now. Luis Gonzalez just trying to get this ball somewhere into play, get something going here. Things have not gone well for these 2000 decade players. 2 errors, 2 left on base for them thus far. Drysdale deals 1-2 pitch, fly ball left field. Williams back toward the wall and makes the running catch. 2 down. Don Drysdale with the dot for the cap out there to his left fielder, Billy Williams, and that brings up Vladimir Guerrero. He is grounded to first and struck out. Guerrero digs in, kind of waving the bat menacingly. Not something you want to do against Don Drysdale. Here's the pitch. First pitch swinging up the middle. This one deflects off the mound, and the no-hitter is gone. So this one deflects off the mound, gets past Fregosi into left field. So a weird freak. It looks like the ball may have caught the outer left corner as we're looking at the slab on the bump. And bye-bye no-hitter. Oh, well, that's all right. He was perfect through 5, no-hitter. Still, now we got a 1-hit shutout and keeping a very, very powerful 2000s decade at bay right now. So Legends, it talks about, short on time. No kidding. He says he's been short on time lately. Baseball, I'm going to have to highlight this, forthcoming shortly after the year once he wraps up the football season. Awesome. Looking forward to it, Legends. My Pirates have some good players coming in this season in the Legends Sports Universe League, Franchise Stars Baseball League. So in the Buccos, good showing last year. Good showing. Last season, I should say. All right, runner on, 2 down. Here's Alfonso Soriano. Struck out his last time up. Drysdale thus far has whiffed 6. Throw over to first. And Guerrero back in time. Drysdale deals. Fly ball. Veda Pinson has it for the final out of the inning. 7th inning stretch time here in Cleveland. 3-0, 1960s decade over the 2000s decade. Well, you got to remember, Dwayne, you still got to you're trying to push those Yankees up over the hump, as Legend says. That Oakland, that athletics team is ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous. So we'll see what the Yog can do, one of Dwayne's favorite players. Maybe is I don't know if he's Dwayne's favorite all-time player or whatever, but certainly I would say he probably ranks in Dwayne's top 5. Yep, Roberto Clemente joining the Pittsburgh Pirates. There's a certain shortstop we're waiting for, but we'll take Roberto. Definitely. And again, the Bucks have been playing well in the Franchise Sports League despite not having our big guns and our big players. So things can only get better for the Buccos. All right, Brooks Robinson, 0-for-2 as we begin the bottom of the 7th here. Thank you guys for coming in. Brooks was safe in a throwing error back in the 2nd and grounded to short in the 4th. Brooks himself has an error in this game as well. All right, John Smoltz, he is up to 80 pitches, so not out of this game by any stretch of the imagination, but right now Don Drysdale just running on 7 3/4 of 8 cylinders. Here we go. 2-0 pitch. Brooks Robinson sends this to right, back toward the wall, and down into the glove of Vlad Guerrero. So 1 up, 1 down for the catcher, Bill Freehan. Flew to deep right last time. He is 1 for 2. John Smoltz asks for a new ball, gets one, rubs it up, peers in, has the sign from Jason Kendall. The 1-2 pitch. Freehan, lazy fly ball out to left. And Hardly having to move there is Luis Gonzalez. 2 up, 2 down now. Bill Mazeroski, who's nothing for 2 last time up, flew to right center. Here's the pitch, 1-0. Grounded to short, and Jeter's going to go to first. And good morning, good afternoon, and good night. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Your score remains 3-0. It'll be Scott Rowland, Andrew Jones, and we'll see whether there will be a pinch hitter for John Smoltz. Rowland in the game has popped to third and struck out. Wearing his Phillies livery there, Drysdale winds and deals. 1-2 pitch and swing and a miss. This one on the hammer by Don Drysdale, and that is strikeout number 7. Drysdale pitching a fantastic game by any metric you care to measure. Here's Andrew Jones now. Jones struck out, flew out deep to left. Remind you guys again, next Tuesday at 10:30, provided the projected date sticks and the install works this year. At 10:30 next Tuesday, we will have a first look at Action PC Baseball 2025. We'll go through all of the editions. The only thing we won't see is the 1001 individual great seasons new thing, is that's not coming out until New Year's Eve, but we'll be looking at a new chalkboard. We'll play a game and see what Dave Cook has to offer. So get it on pre-order, guys, and you get that 1001 greatest individual seasons, a $25 product for free. All right, here we go now. Back to the game. 1 down. Andrew Jones in the box. 2-2 pitch. Jones, lazy fly ball. Billy Williams camps under it. Could have sat for that one. 2 up, 2 down now. And here's John Smoltz. Looks like they're going to let Smoltz hit. Nope, they're not. So Barry Bonds will grab a stick of ash and he will head to the plate. Here's the pitch to Bonds, 2-2. And Barry Bonds with nothing but air. And that is strikeout number 8 for Don Drysdale. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning here in Cleveland. Your score is still 3-0. Don Drysdale, of course, is going to be allowed to hit. Damn it. Here's the pitch. And Don Drysdale strikes out. He doesn't care. And we have a new pitcher, Justin Duchesne, comes on now. So John Smoltz's day is done. And we're back at the top of the order for 1960, Veda Pinson. Here's the deal. 2-2. Slow roller to second. Score that one 4-3 if indeed you're scoring at home. And brings up Jim Fregosi. So Fregosi, his last time up, hit a solo shot, giving the 1960 squad their 3rd run of the game. All right, Duchesne deals now. 2-1 pitch. Fregosi, this time liner, pass short into left. So Jim Fregosi today could be in line for player of the game. Baby Bull is 2 for 3. Cepeda last time lined a single to left. Cepeda's hit the ball hard all 3 times up today. Justin Duchesne looks in, has the sign from Jason Kendall. The 0-2 pitch, Cepeda swings. This one a little dribbler to short. Jeter will go to Helton for the 6-3 putout. We go to the 9th. 3 more chances for these 2000ers to at least get another hit against Don Drysdale. Back at the top of the order, we'll look at Derek Jeter, Jason Kendall, and Todd Helton. So Barry Bonds did not do his job. Jeter in this game does have a walk, and one of the 3 men left on base in this game. So Drysdale looking to close it out here. A complete game, 1-hit shutout at 105 pitches. Here's the pitch. Jeter, this is going to be a shortstop to shortstop. Fregosi up with it onto the Baby Bull. Score that one 6-3, 1 up, 1 down. Jason Kendall now. He has flown out twice and grounded out. Former Bucco catcher in the box. Free hand. Sets up a little bit outside. Drysdale with a 1-2. Comes inside and hits Jason Kendall. So I don't know whether Jason Kendall was given that sort of surfer dude kind of smirk at Don Drysdale, but Drysdale plunks him. So Kendall aboard, and that will bring up Todd Helton. Helton in the game last time struck out, so 0 for 3. Drysdale deals 1-2 pitch. Helton swings, and some distance, but too high and not too deep. Billy Williams makes the catch. Quickly back to first is Jason Kendall, and it's down to Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez would like to redeem himself of that costly error in this game. Gonzalez at the plate is grounded out twice and has flown out. Drysdale deals a 1 pitch. This will be your ball game. Mazeroski will go to Fregosi, and that's it. Don Drysdale goes the distance and pitches a 1-hitter. Was perfect through 5. So nothing to talk about on this side, but over here, the baby bull goes 2 for 4 with a stolen base. Jim Fregosi 2 for 4 with a home run. Roberto Clemente with a stolen base. Let's look at the pitching here really, really quickly. So John Smoltz went 7 innings in a losing cause, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, a home run given up. Walked 1, struck out 2. Duchère came in, worked an inning, gave up a hit, struck out 1. Don Drysdale, though, what a performance by Don Drysdale. 9 complete, 1 hit, walked 1, and he fanned 8 and should be the player of the game, and indeed he is. So there we go. This was fun. That was fun. This is like modern day baseball there on this channel. That's it. Oh man, thank you, Dwayne. I know you were rooting for the no-hitter. It was going to be the second one on my channel. I'm thinking, is Don Drysdale going to join Scott McGregor? But it just didn't happen. So guys, this was a lot of fun. Thank you. And Legend, so awesome that you came in. It's been a while against the teams. Oh, great to have all you guys in here. So tomorrow night, we'll be returning to 1893. And we're going to see Tim Keefe pitching tomorrow night. So that'll be a lot of fun as we continue with the integrated mod by Garland and Lansdowne Street. It's a great one. Thank you, Cousin Ken. I'm debating whether to use that mod, guys. So those of you who are interested in the McGreevy League, started in 1871, and I don't know. I'm trying. There's something I find really attractive about that mod to maybe shake up McGreevy. So I do beg your indulgence. So remaining games that we have coming up, at least on this so-called opening day. Hello, where are you? Waiting. For those of you that missed it, go back to the beginning of the stream at some time, or go to DK Sports and look at the updates that are coming next Tuesday. Very, very promising. So we got some marquee matchups here. So this one we're going to have some fun with. The 1920s versus 1910s is going to see Kovaleski versus Walsh. That should be one hell of a matchup here. Look at this 1910 squad. And you've got Sherry McGee, Sam Crawford, Chief Wilson, Home Run Baker, Ed Conachi, Larry Doyle, Ty Cobb, Shoeless Joe Jackson, Red Smith, there's the Prince, Hal Chase, Tris Speaker, Eddie Collins, Chief Meyer, Stuffy McGinnis. These guys are just tough. Pitching staff, Walter Johnson, Pete Alexander, Ed Walsh, Hippo Vaughn, Eddie Seacott. So these guys be some badasses here. 1920s, though, they're not too bad either. You got Stan Kovaleski, Carl Mays, Epirixie, Wilbur Cooper. There's Red Faber, Dazzy Vance, Babe Ruth on this team as a pitcher as well. So pretty powerful. And, of course, we've got Hack Wilson, Ruth Hornsby, Goslin, Terry, Kyler Veach, Roush, Trainer, Max Carey, George Sisler, Frankie Frisch. Lots of fun. So that's going to be a hell of a matchup. The 19th century versus the 1900s. Cousin Ken, we were going to play that one, but you weren't here. So I didn't want to play that one without you here. Pud Galvin versus Jack Cheesebro. So, oh yeah, how about it? Dazzy Vance. Dazzy Vance is going to be a lot of fun. Big fan. Just for Cousin, we're going to look for this 19th century squad here. So we got Bill Joyce, Dan Bruthers, Denny Lyons. You should be happy to see Denny Lyons on there, right? Hugh Duffy, Roger Connor, Ed Delahanty, Tommy McCarthy, Jake Stenzel, Bill Dolan, Bid McPhee, George Pinkney, Jesse Burkett, who I just recently learned was a Pirate for a very, very short time. Tim Keefe, playing center field and also pitching on this team. George Davis, Duke Farrell, Slidin' Billy Hamilton. Who else? Doggy Miller, fine players. John Clarkson, Old Haas. Looking at this pitching, we got here? We got Cy Young, John Clarkson, Old Haas, Radbourne, Tim Keefe, Mickey Welch, Pud Galvin, These guys are tough. But why I think this was going to be an amazing game is because of the 1900 guys. Jimmy Collins, Buck Freeman, Hannes Wagner, Nap Lajoie, Chick Stahl, Jimmy Williams in there. Jimmy Williams, a fine player. Elmer Flick, Dan McGann, Jimmy Sheckard, Bobby Wallace, can spell Hannes Wagner there every once in a while. Fred Tenney, Johnny Kling, Roger Bresnahan, the Duke of Tralee. Not a bad pitching rotation. Holy hell. Chrissy Mathewson, Iron Man Joe McGinnity, Jack Cheesebro, Three Finger Brown, Eddie Plank, and let's just throw in Rube Waddell. Why the hell not? Two great lefties in there, Plank and Waddell. George Mullen, no slouch, certainly. Nap Rucker. Addy Yoss is there. So good stuff. So you're just going down. Ken, if you're up for another game, I'll do a game. But we'll watch. We have 12 people, and we're going to watch about 8 people go. So are you up there? Are you up there, Ken? Are you up for a old-timey baseball? We can do it. We did newfangled baseball. This newfangled baseball stuff, man. How about it? It's still going to be in League Park. Let's do it. And we're going to manage. Well, Ken's here. We're going to put Ken to work. We'll make the human 19th century. We'll make just in case. You don't even have to throw up the glove of despair. Just yell or something. Well, you can. No 6-second delay through StreamYard. All right. So again, we're just playing in this as a neutral ballpark. And old-timey baseball. All right, we're going to go ahead. We're going to computer line up everything for both sides, just to be fair. Yes, indeed. All right. Holy moly, this is going to be fun. So Wagner, of course, you can play Wagner damn near anywhere on the baseball diamond. All right. So again, I'm not cutting it short out of any disrespect, but we know the song and it's not the whole thing anyhow. All right, here we go. Should be a good matchup. Old-time baseball here now. And as Jesse Burkett selects his bat, let's look at the starting defense for the players 1900 to 1909. In left field, the wrong picture of George Stone. In center field, wrong picture of Roy Thompson. I know there's a way you can change these in game, but I can't remember. In right field, Buck Freeman. First to third around the horn. Hannes Wagner is manning first base. And I want to find a better picture of Wagner. This is Wagner near the end of his career. I want to get a better picture of him. Jimmy Williams at second. At short, Bobby Wallace. At third base, Bill Bradley. Catching, Johnny Kling. Johnny Kling, a fine catcher from great Cubs teams, especially that 1906 Cubs team. And on the mound, everybody's favorite in the Fields of Dreams League, Jack Cheesebro. Jesse Burkett will lead things off here. Late of the St. Louis runs. They're looking for bunt already here. Bradley in the third, Wagner in at first. And if Bernie was still here, he could tell me how to change these, because you can change player pictures in game here, and I don't remember how to do it. All right, here we go. Cheesebro winds and deals. Count full. Burkett swings away. Wallace making a nice play, gliding to his right. Fires on to Hannes Wagner to retire. A speeding Jesse Burkett. Bobby Wallace. There's a great YouTube video you got to watch. And a lot of people saying Bobby Wallace not deserving of the Hall of Fame. I think after you read or after you watch that little, it's only a half hour, even if that, maybe 20 minutes, and read up a little bit more on Bobby Wallace. Definitely a deserving Hall of Famer and a teammate of Jesse Burkett, I might add. Here he is, Wee Willie Keeler. Hit him where they ain't. Jack Cheesebro deals 0-2 pitch to Keeler. Grounded to Wallace. Wallace for more of a routine play, but Keeler with great speed, and they get him by a step. It's 2 away here. He says, Cheesebro, definitely not your fave. Caused you a lot of pain, says Sean. I guess people love that. Well, it's just all about loving the pain all the way around. All right, here's Jake Stenzel now, center fielder for the 19th century squad. Cheesebro deals 0-1 pitch. Stenzel swings. This one liner and short hop by Stone out and left. So Stenzel aboard with the base hit and 2 down. And here is one of Cousin Ken's favorite outlaws, Bad Bill Dolan at short. Here we go. Cheesebro deals 0-2 pitch. Dolan sends this one high to right, ranging way over and up against the wall, hitting it hard, Bump Bailey style, is Roy Thomas. So 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the first, the 19th century nothing, and the 1900s coming to bat. Let's look at the starting defense here for the 19th century squad. In left field, Jesse Burkett. In center, Jake Stenzel. In right, Willie Keeler. I think that picture of him is by the time he's with the Highlanders, I think. At first base, Roger Connor, the all-time home run king before Babe Ruth. At second, Cupid Childs. At short, Bill Dolan. At third, George Pinkney. There's been a guy that a lot of people learned about, both in McGreevy and in the, I believe it was either Shanks or Fields of Dreams, can't remember. Doggy Miller catching, and on the mound, Pud Galvin. Hannes Wagner will lead things off. The Flying Dutchman, the guy can never get on a team in any draft league. Galvin deals the 0-2 pitch to Wagner, and this one lined to center field, but Jake Stenzel making the play. So 1 down now for Roy Thomas. Here's the pitch. Bad picture of Roy Thomas. Thomas swings, and hard ground ball through the right-hand side. Willie Keeler will field it. Thomas aboard. And they're going to charge Cupid Childs with a poor play. And here we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Here's Buck Freeman now. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So 2 away, Pud Galvin picks up his first strikeout, and here comes George Stone now. Throw over. Thomas gets back ahead of Roger Connor's tag. Pud Galvin comes home. There goes Roy Thomas. The throw down. The tag not in time. Roy Thomas picks up stolen base number 1. George Stone back in the box now. The count 0-1. Stone cuts and misses, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And we've played 1 here in Cleveland. No score. And it'll be Cupid Childs, Roger Connor, and George Pinkney due up for the 19th century squad. Cupid Childs, second baseman, hit .315 in this file with a home run, 75 runs batted in. Cheesebro ready to deal. He winds and fires. 1-1 pitch to Childs. Long fly ball to right. Freeman back toward the 340 mark, makes the catch for out number 1. You remember in that last game, I said this is just acting as a backdrop. So this thing went 440 way out there. So that 327 feet, it's like, no, this is 400. I think it's 418 or 413 out there to the left. Short porch here on the right. All right, here's Roger Connor now. 1-1 pitch. Roger Connor pops this one high behind the plate. Johnny Kling flings aside the mask. Gloves it. Out number 2. Here's George Pinkney now. Cheesebro winds and fires. 1-0 pitch. Pinkney and slaps this one into left field. Base hit going the opposite way. So Pinkney aboard. And they're charging Bobby Wallace with a poor play. 2 away now for the catcher, Doggy Miller. Love to know how he got that nickname. Fly ball out to left. Stone tracking it back, but forget about it as Doggy Miller goes yard, and the 19th century draw first blood here in the top of the second. It's 2-0. So Jack Cheesebro probably now being haunted here by Sean, our friend Sean in the chat. And Sean right now probably smiling gleefully and saying, give up another one, Jack. Here's Pud Galvin now. 1-2 pitch. Galvin cuts and misses. And that is it. But 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The 19th century leads the 1900s 2-0. And Bobby Wallace will lead things off. Bobby Wallace, again, a .297 average, 3 home runs, 84 runs batted in. Bobby Wallace was a superb defensive shortstop. A lot of range out there at short. And pretty good stick for getting on base. 1-2 pitch. Little roller up to first. And this one is going to be Connor to Childs for out number 1. Here's Jimmy Williams now. Also of the Browns. Jimmy Williams sends his 0-1 pitch out to right toward the line, but Willie Keeler, covering a lot of acreage, records out number 2. Now Bill Bradley, third baseman for this 1900 squad. In the box, Pud Galvin. Bradley sends this one to first. Hard hit ball. Connor having trouble, had it in his glove and the reason Roger Connor made the error was because Roger Connor didn't wear a glove when he played baseball. So new territory for Roger Connor, but we always have to expand our horizons. So as Ken says, good old Pud, fueled by the testicular juice injections from dogs. His nickname Doggy alluded to his hobby of dog breeding. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, Ken, your mind does. That's good old Pud. All right, and so it begins, right? All right, back to the strangeness, and I love it. All right, here's Johnny Kling now. Galvin deals. There goes Bradley. The throw down, and they got him dead to rights. Good throw there by Doggy Miller. He says, not only can I hit the ball, I can throw runners out too. All right, no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 in the books here in Cleveland. 2-0, 19th Century. Jesse Burkett, 0 for 1. We're back at the top of the order. Burkett grounded to Bobby Wallace back in the first. Cheesebro deals 1-2 pitch and a big swing and a miss there on a fastball. And Burkett will grab some pie. And here's the pitch to Wee Willie Keeler. Keeler with a rare strikeout. Fastball. Cheesebro starting to get into a little groove now. Not wanting to let these 19th Century guys get any further than they are. Jake Stenzel, 1 for 1 in the game. Single to left. And let's make a single to right now for Jake Stenzel. Perfect 2 for 2 today as Freeman gets the ball back into Jimmy Williams at second. Here's Bad Bill now, 0 for 1. Everybody's favorite villain. 2-2 pitch. Dahlin swings. Hard hit all the way to the wall. Stenzel is going to round second. Stenzel is going to come home. Freeman's throws to third. Dahlin slides the tag by Bradley. Safe. And the 19th Century scores another run on the RBI. Triple by Bad Bill Dahlin. All right, here's Cupid Childs batting with 2 away. Dahlin at third. He's coming down the line some now. Chesbro out of the stretch. Childs swings, grounded deep to short. Bobby Wallace has it and gets Cupid Childs by a half a step. But another good inning here for the 19th Century as they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third, and this score is 3-0 in favor of the 19th Century. Ken Castro's squad here. All right, it'll be Johnny Kling, Jack Cheesebro, and Hannes Wagner due up for the 1900s squad. This was the decade of the Pirates, Cubs, Giants, Tigers. Pud Galvin deals 1-1 pitch. Johnny Kling, just a big league pop-up out towards short. Bad Bill Dahlin out on the grass. Takes it for out number 1. All right, here's Jack Cheesebro. Not a bad hitting pitcher, all things considered. A 202 average, including home run and 9 runs batted in. Pud Galvin deals 1-2 pitch, but little change up there. Fooled Cheesebro badly. So that's the third strikeout issued by the be-tied, if you will, Pud Galvin. Hannes Wagner up here now. Line to center back in the first. Flying Dutchman in the box. Wagner swings. Grounder shortstop to shortstop. Dahlin with the easy peg across to Roger Connor. And that does it. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the fourth. 19th Century leads 3-0. And it will be Roger Connor, George Pigney, and Doggy Miller due up. Cheesebro at 51 pitches right now. He has struck out 3 in this game. Here's the pitch, 1-2. Roger Connor, this one looks at a called strike 3. So Cheesebro coming with a little heat there is George Pinkney now. Third baseman is 1 for 1, singled back in the second. Cheesebro deals, full count. Pinkney, good eye up there. This one going just a bit low. Cheesebro winning the call, not getting it by Jocko Conlon. So a runner aboard, and that brings up Doggy Miller. Doggy Miller, of course, had that big hit, that big home run, that 2-run shot back in the second, his last time up. And also threw out a runner. So good game for Doggy Miller so far. Cheesebro throws. Pinkney dives back under the Wagner tag. So Wagner kind of playing out of position here relative to how great he was over here and here and here and here and here and whatever. Cheesebro deals, and it's a pitch out. Pinckney wasn't biting. All right. Cheesebro comes home. The 1-0 pitch. Doggy Miller grounds to Wallace. They're going to go to Wagner for the short out. Pinckney's going to make second on the play, 2 down for Pud Galvin. So pretty smart there. Galvin struck out against Cheesebro back in the second. 0-2 pitch. And that will be strikeout number 5 for Jack Cheesebro to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still 3-0. So right now, Pud Galvin working on a 1-hitter, 1 error in this game. And Roy Thomas, 1 for 1. He's the lone hit and the lone guy left on in this ball game. Here's the pitch. Thomas pops this one behind the plate. No trouble for the doggy, and he brings it down. Good doggy. All right, 1 away now. Buck Freeman struck out last time up. A 1 pitch, bunted in front of the plate. Doggy Miller pounces on it like a milk bone and fires onto Cupid Childs covering on the play. So 2 down quickly now for George Stone, who struck out against Pud Galvin. 2-2 pitch and swing batter. 4th strikeout. We go to the top of the 5th inning, and it is 3-0. 2 runs scoring for the 19th Century in the 2-1 in the 3rd, and that's it. All right, Jesse Burkett, 0-for-2, back at the top of the order for the 19th Century. He's grounded out and struck out. Burkett swings, fly ball to right. Freeman back, and makes the catch just as he's about to hit a blade of grass at the base of the wall. 1 away. Wee Willie Keeler, who struck out his last time up, 0-for-2. Bill Bradley playing in some at third, looking for possibly the Baltimore chop by Wee Willie Keeler. Here's the pitch, a 1 pitch, and there it is. Keeler got too much on the ball, though, as Bradley fires onto Wagner, so 2 away. The 1900s trying to get something going, and the only highlight for them in this game, actually, for the 1900s has been Roy Thomas. That's it. Nothing much else going, but highlights abound here for Jake Stenzel. Perfect 2-for-2. 2 away. Cheesebro deals. 2-0 pitch. Stenzel hard grounder to third. Bill Bradley with a long throw across the diamond. And that will retire the 19th Century. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 3-0. As Ken Castro says, 19th Century looking good. How about it? They really are. Tough game here. Loving it. All right, it will be Bobby Wallace, Jimmy Williams, and Bill Bradley due up for the first decade of the 20th century. Pud Galvin ready to work now. Galvin has fanned 4 in this game. Bobby Wallace swings in the first pitch. Jake Stenzel on his horse back in center and makes a little over-the-shoulder catch for 1 out. Jimmy Williams, 0-for-1, flew out down the right field line his last time up. Jimmy Williams swings in the first pitch, line drive, and this will get down for a base hit to left field. Jesse Burkett up with it, gets it into Bad Bill Dolan. Jimmy Williams aboard at first, and Jimmy Williams with some speed. Not the best jump. We'll see. Here's Bill Bradley. He's 0-for-1, was safe on an error, and a little bit above average. So we'll see if the 1900s want to try a little hit and run action, though. And there goes Williams, the throw down, the tag, not in time. Jimmy Williams picks up the steal in just ahead of the tag of Cupid Childs there at second. So Doggy Miller with a good peg, but Williams had a good jump that time. Galvin might have been napping a little bit on the bump. All right, ready to go now again to Bill Bradley. The count, no balls, 1 strike. Bradley, easy fly ball out to center. Jake Stenzel ranges in and makes the catch. So 2 away, runner on second for Johnny Kling. This has probably been the best opportunity for the 1900 squad to get a number up there on the board other than 0. Kling 0-for-1, popped to short back in the 3rd. Dougie Miller sets up. Galvin has a sign he likes. Here's the pitch, the 2-0. And Johnny Kling sends up the middle. Great diving stop by Dolan, able to get the throw off to Connor. And once again, the 1900s squad is turned away. We go to the top of the 6th. It's the 19th Century 3, and the 1900s, nothing. And it will be Bad Bill Dolan, Cupid Childs, and Roger Connor due up. Dolan with that big triple back in the third. That scored Jake Stenzel in the box now. Cheesebro deals 0-2, and Jack Cheesebro this time coming with a fastball, and that will take care of Bad Bill Dolan as that one just paints the outside corner. All right, punch out number 6 for Jack Cheesebro, and it brings up Cupid Childs now. He is nothing in 2 Herculean attempts, we might say, for just trying to generate some excitement here for the guys who haven't done anything yet. 0-2 pitch to Childs. Soft little pop-up. Bobby Wallace ranging into foul territory. Third base side makes the catch. 2 away. Roger Connor, expect a big bat from him through the season. He is 0-2, struck out back in the 4th. Big lefty stands in. Jack Cheesebro to work. The 1-1 pitch. And this one, 2-hop to Bradley at third. Fires on to the Flying Dutchman at first for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Your score remains 3-0. This game brought to you by Trident Sugarless Gum. Buy it where sugarless gum is sold. All right, anyhow, Cheesebro nothing for 1 in this game. Struck out back in the 3rd. Galvin at 47 pitches has fanned 4. 1-2 pitch. Cheesebro sends this one. Long fly ball to center field. Stenzel back, making the catch. To the throaty cheers of the, what's our new word, cousin? Escutcheons. All right, here we go. Back at the top of the order now. Hannes Wagner lined out and grounded out. Galvin deals. Wagner swings. Solid base hit to right. And Burkett had trouble getting a handle on that ball. And they're going to give Wagner the double. So now the 1900s really have a chance to try to capitalize with Wagner having some superb speed there at second base. All right, so Roy Thomas popped out his last time up. Galvin peers over his right shoulder. Flying Dutchman kind of dancing off second there. Runs like a caracoling elephant. I believe it was Huey Fullerton said that about Wagner, the 0-2 pitch. And Thomas sends this up to first base. Roger Connor will take it to the bag unassisted on the play. Wagner moves to third, 2 down. Buck Freeman needs to get a safe hit. He bonded out to the catcher last time. 0-2 for him. Galvin deals. And there it is. Line drive, base hit to left. Burkett up with it. Freeman rounds first and holds. Hannes Wagner will come in to score. Buck Freeman from the RBI single. And the 1900s get their first run here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's George Stone now. He has struck out twice against Pud Galvin. 0-1 pitch. Stone sends it to center field. Stenzel starts back on it, turns a few steps back in, makes the play for out number 3. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 6 in the books here in Cleveland. It's 3-1 now, 19th century, as we see George Pinckney, Dougie Miller, and Pud Galvin due to bat here in the 7th. Pinckney is 1 for 1, walked his last time up. 0-2 pitch. Pinckney grounded hard to Bobby Wallace, which gives him plenty of time to peg it on to the Flying Dutchman. 1 up, 1 down for Dougie Miller. Grounded to short, has a homer in this game. 0-2 pitch. And Miller straight up the middle, hard shot. And Roy Thomas gloves it quickly and gets it back to Bobby Wallace. Dougie Miller had designs on the Keystone sack, but felt better of it. Infield in at the corners now as Pud Galvin comes to the plate. Bradley in at third, Wagner in at first. Dougie Miller out there with really, really good speed. Cheesebro from the stretch throws over, and Dougie Miller back in time. All right. Infield in at the corners. There goes Dougie Miller. Throw down by Kling. This one goes out into the outfield. Roy Thomas unable to get the ball, get the throw to Bill Bradley, but certainly a great display of gamesmanship there, Cranks, and any escutcheons who may be here. Bradley Dougie Miller moving to third on the play. So that's going to be a throwing error on Johnny Kling. First error for the 1900 squad. Bad Bill, nice play, says Cousin Ken. Infield still playing in the corner, still looking for that bunt now from Galvin. Will they try the suicide squeeze? We know Cousin Ken would. From the stretch, here we go. Galvin swings, fly ball to right, into foul territory. No, it's not foul territory. Looks like it on here. Freeman makes the catch. The throw home. Dougie Miller in there, and he is safe. Gets around the Johnny Kling tag, and the 19th Century opening things up some more now. It is 4-1. Jesse Burkett now back at the top of the order. Burkett, nothing in 3 tries. Flew out to deep right his last time up. Cheesebro with the 1-2. And Burkett, hard ground ball under the webbing of the glove of Bobby Wallace. It's short into left field. George Stone up with it. So Burkett aboard. And Burkett can steal a few bases here and there for you as well. Wee Willie Keeler, disappointing. Nothing for 3. Last time up, tried the Baltimore chop. And Bill Bradley was cheating in at third and had him dead to rights. Throw over, Burkett dives back, and he is safe. Quick tag there by Wagner, but good heads up watching out there by Jesse Burkett. As Sean says, the times this year I've tried the squeeze and suicide squeeze have worked every single time, 100%. Cheesebro comes home with a count full on Keeler, and this is just going to be allowed out to center field to retire the side. No 7th inning stretch, but we're going to have one anyhow. 4-1, 19th Century. But it still made sense. Yeah, it made sense, Sean. It made total sense. All right, Bobby Wallace starts things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning here. 4-1 in favor of the 19th Century. And in a game like this is I don't know. It's not quite a blowout, but Bobby Wallace 0 for 2 in the game. He's grounded to first and fly to deep left center. All right, Pud Galvin ready to work. He says, I'm happy with this tobacco stained, scuffed up ball, and let's go. Bobby Wallace swings in the first pitch, and this one high but not deep enough as Jesse Burkett ranges back and makes the catch. All right, Jimmy Williams 1 for 2 now, baseball fans. He lined a single last time up. Pud Galvin works 1-2 pitch. And this time, rip and a miss by Jimmy Williams, and comes up with just displacing a bunch of nitrogen, oxygen, and other noble gases in the atmosphere. 2 down for Bill Bradley now. He is nothing for 2. Bradley last time flied to shallow left. Galvin, 0-2 pitch, and he rings up his 6th. That ends the inning. We go to the 8th, 4-1, 19th Century. And it will be Jake Stenzel, Bad Bill, Dolan, and Cupid Childs, the number 3, 4, 5 hitters. Stenzel, a good day at the dish. He is 2 for 3. Cheesebro, 111 pitches and 6 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. And bunted down the line. Stenzel caught him napping. The throw to first, not in time. That is the 3rd hit today by Jake Stenzel. Kling not looking for that, and Stenzel gets a beautiful, beautiful bunt base hit down. So Stenzel aboard. Stenzel, a speed merchant. Look at those numbers up there. All right, here's Bad Bill. He is 1 for 3. Cheesebro throws over. Stenzel back in plenty of time. Wasn't even close. Cheesebro toes the rubber, works 1-0 pitch, and Bad Bill sends this one to shallow center. Roy Thomas makes the catch. Jake Stenzel gets back to first. 1 away. Cupid Childs, nothing for 3. He's flown to deep right, and in the last 2 times up, he's grounded to short, popped to short. So has some sort of thing going on there with Bobby Wallace. Who knows? Throw over. Jake Stenzel back in time. Stenzel, good lead off first again. 1 away here in the top of the 8th. Cheesebro goes over to first again. Cheesebro goes over to first again. Here's the pitch home. Cupid Child sends this to center field. Roy Thomas makes the catch. So 2 down. Jake Stenzel does not want to see that beautiful bunt base hit wasted. Here's Roger Connor. A disappointing nothing for 3 for the big home run hitter of the 19th century. 3-0 pitch. Connor will take ball 4. So Chesebro missing up and inside. George Pinckney, nothing, or 1 for 2, I should say. Singled way, way back in the second. His last time up, he grounded to short. Chesebro checks the runners. Stenzel at second, trailing him. Roger Connor at first. Stenzel again with the speed. Easily scores on a base hit. 0-1 pitch. Pinckney grounds to Jimmy Williams. Over to Wagner in a close play. They get it by a half step. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The 19th century holding on to a comfortable, if not commanding, 4-1 lead. And here's Johnny Kling. Johnny Kling with an error in this game, looking for redemption of the Shawshank or any other variety he can get. Jack Chesebro waits in the deck, and Hannes Wagner in the hole. Johnny Kling is 1 for 2 in the game, or 0 for 2 in the game, I'm sorry. He's popped and grounded to short. Galvin deals, 1-2 pitch. Johnny Kling sends this pass short into left center. Jack Stenzel gets to the ball. The Kling aboard for hit number 5 for the 1900 squad. Johnny Kling, a catcher. Don't let him fool you. He can steal a few bases here and there. Has 11 to his tally. Chesebro, nothing for 2. Let's see. Are they going to be looking bunt here? Doesn't look like it. Here's the pitch. It looks like we have a pinch hitter, so one of MV's favorites. Really a very good baseball player who had a very sad ending to his life, Chicky Stahl. Throw over, Johnny Kling back in time. But Galvin works 3-1, and Chick Stahl draws the walk. And now all of a sudden things become interesting. Hannes Wagner strides to the plate. He represents the tying run. Wagner is 1 for 3 today and doubled his last time up. Galvin deals. Wagner first pitch swinging. This one hard hit way back. And Jake Stendel gets to the base of the wall, tagging and moving to third on the play is Johnny Kling. Wow. So heart rates kind of just went way up there for a moment. Wagner just getting under the ball a little bit. Here's Roy Thomas now, 1 for 3. Pud Galvin, 0-1 pitch. Base hit, right field. And coming into score is Johnny Kling. Keeler fields the ball. Chick Stahl going to third. The tag by Pinckney, and he is out. So Wee Willie Keeler with the outfield assist, but the run scores. And the 1900 squad cut the lead in half. It's now 4-2, but with 2 down. So Chick Stahl gets thrown out by Wee Willie Keeler. Good play out there by Keeler. All right, Buck Freeman is 1 for 3. Singled, scoring Hannes Wagner back in the 6th. Throw over, Roy Thomas dives back under the Roger Connor tag. Galvin ready to go again. Spits on the ball and deals. The 0-1 pitch. Freeman, fly ball, shallow center. Wee Willie Keeler makes the catch. That retires the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. We have played 8, and it is the 19th century 4 and the 1900s 2. And Tex Pruitt will now come in to pitch for the 1900s squad. All right, Doggy Miller in the box now. Doggy Miller with a 2-run homer and a single, so 2 for 3 for him. Pruitt deals. Miller swings, and this is going to stay in the infield. Jimmy Williams will wait for this one to come down. And delicately makes the retrieval of the pill, of the sphere, if you will. Pud Galvin, nothing for 3. Here's the pitch, 3-0 pitch. Galvin draws the walk. So you never want to walk the pitcher. So Pruitt pounding that minuscule glove out there. Back at the top of the order now for Jesse Burkett. Burkett 1 for 4, singled back in the 7th his last time up. There goes Galvin. There goes Galvin, and he picks up a stolen base. So the 19th century trying to rub some salt into the wound here, saying you might have cut our lead in half, but our pitcher's going to steal a base. All right. So here we go. Back to action. Lefty Burkett back in the box. And they're going to intentionally walk Jesse Burkett with first base open and try to set up a double play here. And there's Wee Willie Keeler, who has had an abysmal day at the plate. including the very rare strikeout. All right. Tex Pruitt ready to deal. Keeler swings, grounder to Bobby Wallace. They're not going to turn two, though. They're going to go to first to retire Keeler. 2 down, the 2 in scoring position. And here is Jake Stenzel. And Ken Castro wants to do something here. Ken, what is it? We'll wait for Ken here. The wheels are turning. Stenzel with 3 hits, and if you're Tex Pruitt, this is the guy you don't want to face. Your team back in the ball game. Oh, that was last place. Sorry. Okay, I should have looked myself. Oh, you were calling for the hit and run. Okay. Stenzel, a base hit puts this game pretty much out of reach. So calling for the sack and played out that way. This game plays pretty decent. With some tweaks, I think it plays very well for this era of baseball. But again, I think comparing the two, I think Out of the Park, Out of the Box just plays the tactics very, very well. But still, if I would get in and really fine tune this, this would play so nicely. But again, you'd have to fine tune for each team, but then, you're going to set up dead ball tactics for this squad, but then you got the power teams of the 1950s. And so rather than just play and everything neutral and whatever, it's not a serious project. It's just a fun whatever. As Dave Gardner says, sometimes you got to do these, just have some fun, right? Pruitt deals 1-1 pitch, intentionally walking Jake Stenzel. So that could raise an eyebrow. You're down only 2 runs, but, Jake Stenzel 3 for 4 today. Bad Bill 1 for 4. But let's not forget that that big hit was that big triple back in the third. So we'll see what Tex Pruitt wants to do here because there's nowhere to put Bad Bill. Here's the pitch, 2-2 pitch. Looks like he's going to get out of it. Wallace will go to Wagner, and they leave him loaded. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 19th Century looking to go to win on opening day here. And we will see George Stone, Bobby Wallace, and Jimmy Williams. And we'll see what the manager wants to do here. They definitely need to go to their bench. I'm just curious who they have left as far as hitters. I mean, at this point, you got to start looking at somebody like Jimmy Collins and Elmer Flick. They got Collins, Flick, and Bresnahan. So you got some dangerous bats there. So we'll see if the manager decides to do anything to avail himself. Just down 2 runs here. Galvin with 6 strikeouts and a walk right now through 8 innings complete. Here we go. 3-1 pitch. All right, so Stone gets aboard. And I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to manage, but I don't think I would have Bobby Wallace batting in this position because you could always move Wagner to short. But we'll see. Bobby Wallace, nothing for 3. What does the manager do? They're going to pitch. And Wallace scorches it up the middle. So there goes my managing. Stone tears all the way around to third. So Bobby Wallace up there in heaven heard me and said, look, pal, you talked about me in that documentary, and then you throw me under the bus. Watch this. So holding Bobby Wallace's beer. And here's Jimmy Williams now, 1 for 3. Still, man, I don't know. At this point, I'd bring in Jimmy Collins. All right, here we go. Pud Galvin from the stretch. Williams swings, and again, I'm proved wrong. Long fly ball to left. Burkett has it, tagging at third, and coming home to score is Stone. So Burkett makes a great play, banging up against the wall, Bump Bailey style, but the run scores, and this one ain't over yet. All right, here's Bill Bradley. So, yeah, I don't listen to what I have to say anymore. I'm looking at Jimmy Collins and Elmer Flick, and these guys are getting it done. All right, Bill Bradley, nothing for 3. Struck out his last time up. Throw over. Bobby Wallace is back safe. Galvin ready, looks home. There goes Bobby Wallace. The hit and run was on. Fly ball giving chase is Jesse Burkett, but this one will make the seats. So Bradley turns a little early on that pitch. The count 0-1. There goes Wallace. The throw down, the tag, not in time. Bobby Wallace gets into scoring position. So there's the tying run. Bradley swings, liner to center. Jake Stenzel plays it on the short. No, it's a line out. So 2 down, and it's up to Johnny Kling. They are on their feet here in 1900s. They're just very short people. It's not that the ballpark is empty. They're just very short people. It's short people day here at the old ball orchard. There we go. Johnny Kling 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. Here's the pitch. That's your ball game. Johnny Kling swings, and that's it. The 19th century. What a great ball game this one was, though. Let's look at our recap. So Doggy Miller goes 2 for 4 with a home run, and Jake Stenzel went 3 for 4. The 19th century line score 4-8-1 for the 1900s squad, 3-7-1. Pud Galvin gets the win. Let me see. This was there was just one triple, but it was a big one by Bad Bill Dolan. So the 1900s come up short. Looking at our pitching really quickly. Galvin with the win, 9 complete, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walk 2 and fanned 7. Cheesebro not bad at all either. 8 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Gave up a home run, 2 walks, and he fanned 6. And your player of the game will be Pud Galvin. All right, so there we go. That was fun. So Ken says he was sweating that one out. I'd watch these two go at it all day. That was really fun. We're not going to do it tonight, but I think another one, Ken, that you're going to that I think you have a lot of fun with is, if it ever comes up, is, and I know who you'll be rooting for, of course, is going to be the 1920s versus the 1910s. And you got Kovaleski versus Walsh. And then what's left here is going to be one I'll do for the channel because a lot of people are going to know these guys a lot better. Greg Maddux versus Steve Rogers, 1990s versus 1980s. And then we got a good one in the 1940s, 1930s, Bob Feller and Carl Hubble. I know the 30s and 40s are not the most popular decades in the community, but I don't know. You look at this 1930 squad here, and you got Hank Greenberg, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Mel Ott, Al Simmons, Harlan Cliff, Joe Medwick, Earl Averill, Charlie Garinger, Paul Wainer is on this team. For pitchers, you got Dizzy Dean, Lefty Grove, Carl Hubble, Paul Derringer, Hal Schumacher. Got some excellent players here. And then, of course, yeah, we can't leave out the 1940s guys because again, some fine players: Joe DiMaggio, Ralph Kiner, Ted Williams, Joe Gordon, Vern Stevens, the Big Cat, the original Big Cat, Johnny Mize. There's Ken Keltner, late of the Indians, Mickey Vernon, Wally Moses. So this is super fun. If you have a decade teams, the Baseball History Collection, I really urge you to give it a go. It's a lot of fun. And that is it, guys. A doubleheader tonight, both in Action PC Baseball. Again, I'll be on tomorrow night with more 1893 action and the integrated mod. We'll probably do what we did last night, and we'll do game 1 of a doubleheader, 1911, with Ernie Harwell, and then continue with 1893. I want to thank Cousin Ken Castro, to our good friend, World's Worst Gamer, a.k.a. Sean. Thank you, Sean, for coming in. Very quickly running through everybody here really quickly. Dwayne Martz joining. And again, thank you, Dwayne, for such a kind gift. Legend Sports Universe, always great to see you, my friend. Looking forward to baseball kicking up again. My favorite Irishman, Dan Burke, was here tonight as well. And just going back. Bernie Strom was with us. Samuel Smith was with us as well. Bernie was the first one in the ballpark. So, guys, until the next time I see you again, have fun, play lots of baseball. Oh, wait, Cousin Ken Castro said he was messing around with Pocket Pennant Run. Nice stuff. I'm glad you like it, cousin. It's so much fun. So much fun. We'll have to, And we'll have to do a little bit more with that on the channel. It's a great game, and you can't beat it. $14.99 for the PDF version. You get the software $24.99. Glad you like it, man. And that's high praise coming from you, guys. We got to talk about Juan Soto some night, so maybe we'll do that in a chinwag sometime soon. The $700 and some million contract. Yikes! All right, you have a few questions down the road. Hopefully, I'll have answers for you, my friend. Definitely. All right. Till next time, guys. Live it, love it. It's baseball and awesome. And I know I don't know if we're quite in Hanukkah yet. If we are, I should look. So we have Hanukkah coming up. We have Christmas. We have Kwanzaa. We have Yule, if there's anybody here that are Wiccans or whatever. So it's the holiday season, the season of light, the season of peace. And let's keep that in mind. Going forward, it's above politics, and it's just about all good, wonderful things, okay? All right. Good night, everybody. See you soon. And the batting cage.